Thank you, Madam Secretary, for being here. I'm happy to see you here today, but I didn't see anyone from your agency present at our water subcommittee hearing in Fresno just 8 days ago. And I was surprised at that, given the situation we face in California, the immense amount of water, some say as much as 5.5 feet of water content across the entire Sierra, ready to rush down the hills and flood Sacramento and the Central Valley. So I was very surprised not to see you there or to see someone there. The chair of our Natural Resource Committee, Mr. Westerman, was there because he realizes, as did the other congressmen attending, just how incredibly dangerous the situation is for all of California, and also the opportunity that's being squandered as we fail to recognize the need for more storage. And to that end, I just want to make clear for the record, we were disappointed in not seeing your agency there. So now I understand Camille. I think Camille's Director Tooten's doing a great job. Given the many, many challenges she faces. Wouldn't have expected her to be there, but there could have been somebody from your department. Let me shift away from that and go to the dam removal on the Klamath. Of course, the upper Klamath is in my district. It apparently is, the removal of 4 dams on that river is proceeding. That has started. The concerns are many regarding the removal of those 4 dams. In fact, I think the Corps of Engineers and also FERC told me in a roundtable about a year ago, when I asked them a series of very pointed questions about their plan, that they really weren't sure of the answers because they hadn't done this in 20 years. That's not a good answer. And but here's some specific questions. The first, the Keno Dam is above the rest of the dams. It's not being taken out, but there's about $100 million of deferred maintenance on that dam. Who's going to be responsible for that bill once, as I understand it, the certificate of the license is going to be handed over to the Bureau of Rec. And I'm just wondering if Pacific Corps, who owns the project now, is going to be responsible for that $100 million repair bill that dam carries with it. If not, who?
Congressman, thank you for the question. And of course, just so I can tell you, we really try to meet all requests, and we appreciate being invited to the roundtable or the field hearing. You're talking about the repayment of costs? Is that what I'm sorry.
So the dam is worn out, and
Yes,
it needs about
repair.
between $80 and $100 million worth of repairs. Before the Bureau accepts the handoff of the ownership of that project, I hope the Bureau is going to protect all of we taxpayers and the water users below that dam from the deferred maintenance costs of the dam. So I'm asking, who's going to pay that between $80 and $100 million bill?
Thank you for the question. The department is committed that the water users covered by the 2016 Klamath Power and Facilities Agreement will not bear the costs associated with operating and maintaining the Keno facility. We remain committed to that. We're happy to stay in touch with you and your office.
I'm sorry, say again, who did you just say is not going to be paying the cost?
It's, I am informed that the water users covered by the 2016 agreement will not bear the costs associated with.
And that's fine. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. The second question is, will the U.S. government have to pay that $80 to $100 million?
I apologize, Mr. Bentz. I will get back with you with all of those details. If that's okay, we'll contact your office shortly.
Right.
After this.
And I very much want to have that contact in writing so I can share it with everybody else, because there's huge concern that Pacific Corps and the state of Oregon and the state of California are trying to offload that incredibly large obligation on the taxpayers. I just don't think that's right. And so I'm looking forward to that. Just a few seconds I have left. It seems to me there's $162 million that is being spent on fixing the river. Can you tell us how the Bureau is involved in the expenditure of that $162 million that Senator Merkley obtained for restoration purposes?
I apologize. I think Tommy can.
No, no problem at all. So we're extremely appreciative of the funding for restoration of a system that needs it, and those investments are long overdue. And so Bureau of Reclamation is developing the spend plan and the plans for deploying those dollars as we speak.
Thank you. Yield back.